and she say something like, "Oh yeah, I'll let you know," or "Oh, like I'm not ready for dating." It's like the man gotta say, "Okay, she's not with it," but in the average man head, he's like, "Oh, like okay, if I keep trying, then she might be ready for dating." So it's like
Right,
it's that kind of like mind reading that a man has to do,
but
where
no,
women could just make up
no,
something.
but there is no mind reading. That see, men have to know what that means. I'm not ready for dating means I don't like you. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not, I need to take things slow. I'm not really interested. That's what that means. Like I just got out of something serious and I'm scared to be close to anybody. That means that I'm not really that attracted to you. That's all. Like everything that is resistance means I'm not highly interested in you. That's it. So there's nothing to think about as a man. Bro, it's so simple. She cooperates, she follows, she's highly interested. She's not cooperating, she's giving you resistance, she's not highly interested. That's it. You see what I'm saying? The hard part is that you guys like to play mind games with yourself because you see a girl, you think she's a baddie, and you don't want to let her go. So you're like, well, let me double text her. Let me triple text her. Let me take her out on a date even though she flaked on me twice. Let me continue to try to you see what I'm saying? That's you playing mind games with yourself because you don't want to let go because you getting with that woman would mean everything to you. But the reason why it means everything to you is because you don't mean everything to yourself. That's why you're trying to chase the woman down. And this is why you're trying to prove something to yourself through trying to pass through her resistance. You see what I'm saying?
Gotcha. Yeah, that follow up to my second question. So when you ever talk to a woman, do you ever feel like, oh, damn, I should have said this and I probably would have got her? Is there such thing as that?
Nope. Maybe when I was 15. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? But once
so whatever you say, that's that.
Right. Once you know better, this is what you guys got to understand, right? Okay, let me explain to the guys this way, right? The issue is y'all believe that y'all have control. You understand what I'm saying? You don't have control. When you say something to a woman, you present her the opportunity. She has free will to jump on the opportunity or not. You do not have control of whether or not the woman jumps on the opportunity. So that's why y'all guys say, well, man, if I would have said this, then this would have worked out. You don't have control. So it doesn't matter what the fuck you were saying. You don't control whether or not she jumps on the opportunity. You can only influence, right? And what happens is the influence, right, can make a woman think, or it inspires her to see something a certain way, which can make her say, you know what? Maybe this is the best option or opportunity for me to deal with in this situation. But you're still not controlling it. So this whole thing of, man, well, I got to push through her resistance and I got to talk to her more and I got to not give up too easy. And if I would have said this, then this. No, bro, you don't control any of that. See, this is the issue. The issue is this, is that when you're on point, right? Everything that happens is exactly what was supposed to happen as a result of you being on point. Right? The problem is that you have guys who are not on point, and because you're not on point, that's where you fuck up situations because you're not on point. So for example, if you're on point, for example, let's say if you're confident, you got a tight mouthpiece, you have a program, you're doing things how you want to do things on your terms, and you present the woman the opportunity, then she says yes or no, right? Let's say she says no. Cool, perfect, because I was already on point. Everything on my end was on point. I already did everything I was supposed to do. If she says yes, cool, because I was on point. I already did everything I needed to do on my end. Now, if you're not on point, for example, let's say you are scared to talk to the woman and you're looking down when you're talking to her, you're scared to say what you want to say, you're trembling when you're having a conversation, you don't know how to actually have a conversation. So now that girl's like, I'm not really interested. You understand? Now, the reason why she's not interested is because you wasn't on point. That repelled her. So now you could say, man, if I would have said this thing differently, then maybe maybe she would have been with it. But check this out. How can you say something differently if you aren't the guy who says the different shit? You see what I'm saying? So you can't even say, you see what I'm saying? You can't even say the different thing because you're not the different guy. You see what I'm saying? You're basically saying, man, if I would have said the thing that the guy who has game said, maybe I would have got her. But you're not the guy who has game. So you can't say it. See, the guy who has game is not trembling when he's talking to the woman. The guy who has game is cool, calm, and collected. The guy who has game knows what he wants to say. The guy who doesn't have game doesn't know what he wants to say. So of course, the woman is going to be repelled and put off by that shit. You see what I'm saying? But see, this is what I'm saying, where it's not about you if I would have said something different. It's about how about you become the best you so that you are different than the worst you that you are now. You see what I'm saying? That's what it's about. It's not about, well, let me say this different thing. How about you be the difference? Be the on-point guy. Be the guy who is the best version of you. But most guys don't understand it. They're looking for, well, let me try to pass her shit test, pass through resistance, keep going, talk to her for 2 hours, take her on 10 dates, all that other stupid shit. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, like if a guy with confidence and game, if you tell a chick like, yo, I want you to cook for me naked, then she'd be like, okay, yeah, cool. But if a non-confident guy say the same thing, I'll cook for you naked, he's like, oh, like you a creep.
Yeah,
it's like things like that.
Well, yeah, because he
one guy
can't even say it. That's what I'm saying. He can't even say it. Most of them can't even say it. And if they're able to utter the words are coming out from an insecure guy. So it's not going to come across correctly. The energy's not there. So she's not going to respond to him the same way because she don't believe him. She's like, I don't believe, like he don't believe himself. So she ain't believing him. You hear what I'm saying? Yeah, she's not believing him.
Women usually do feelings. So if you feel like you talking with confidence, then you got her like that.
Right. And see, this is the key. The confident guy don't give a shit about getting the woman. The insecure guy does. You see what I'm saying? That's how you know if you're there or not. If you're still worried about whether or not you're going to get with her, then you're not that guy. You understand what I'm saying? If you're chasing the woman because she's hot, you're not. Listen, let me tell you guys something. Do you guys realize, like, there's times where, like, I remember there was this one chick, bad chick. You understand what I'm saying? Like on a scale of 1 to 10 that I would, you guys talk about, I would say she was a 17. You understand what I'm saying? She was bad, right? Physically, I didn't really know this chick like that. But anyway, we supposed to go out, right? So I set a date, and then I confirmed the date, and she was like, oh, could we reschedule? And I responded, I said, nah, I gotta be today, or it can't be at all. And then she's like, oh, I'm sorry, I can't make it. And then that was the last thing I heard from her. Now, I'm saying that to say this. What the guy who doesn't have game would have done, he would have, well, okay, well, can we, let's do it again next week, and let's try for another time. And, oh, well, when else are you free? And no, and mind you, I'm extremely physically attracted to this woman, and I still tell her, no, we're done. Either you see me today or I'm not fucking with you. Goodbye. Good luck. You see what I'm saying? But most guys can't do that. See, that's having game, because what happens is that you need to have enough game to be able to let that situation go. Most guys can't do that. They'll be like, oh, but she's so bad. I gotta, she's my dream girl. I gotta get, no, nigga. No.